Hey y'all, welcome back to the Roads Less Traveled. Today I'm going to be reviewing this solar trail camera from iZeeker. Alright y'all, we're back here behind the house at our trail camera testing grounds. I've got another one I'm pretty excited about today. So this is the iZeeker iG220 trail camera. iZeeker sent me this camera, so keep that in mind, but this is still going to be an honest and thorough review. Let's go over some of the advertised specs before we get into the box here. It's solar powered, first off. It says it has a high sensitivity sensor. It says it's easy to install, we'll see about that, and waterproof. There's not a whole lot of other information on the box. It does say this camera has a 12-month warranty, so keep that in mind. Let's open it up and see what's on the inside. If I can figure out how. We'll just rip it open. So right off the bat, we got a strap, just a standard kind of strap, nothing real special about it. We have a USB to USB-C charging cable, I'm assuming. This is a solar powered camera. It does have a built-in battery. Let's dig in here a little bit more. I gotta say, this camera is packaged really well. It's got a pretty nice box too. That's that. We have our user manual, which we may look into to get it all set up and running. And then we have our camera. It's got a nice big solar panel on it. And that's all that's in the box. I'm going to go ahead and pull off all the little stickers on the front. Okay, so the sticker on the little sensor on the bottom, it's easier if you open up the door to get it off. And there's the inside of the camera. So it looks like it's got a pretty nice little LCD screen with the buttons on the side. And your SD card goes in the side there. Even though this camera is solar powered and has a built-in lithium battery that the solar panel charges, you can add in some backup AA batteries. That's accomplished by this little latch on the side, on the bottom. You pop that open, and then that door swings to the bottom, and you put your batteries in there. And it looks like that takes 4 AA batteries that you can use as a backup. Well, the best course of action here is to probably charge this camera fully at your house before you get out in the field. I'm already out here and I brought some batteries, so we're just going to go ahead and throw some batteries in this camera and get it up and running. It should run off of the internal battery to the solar panel first, and then only use these batteries for backup. But since it's not fully charged, it may need these until the solar panel is able to really get working and charge the internal battery. Let's get these installed. Next step, we're going to get our SD card put in it. Just like that. Solar panel does actually pivot a little bit. Alright, so next step, we're actually going to get this thing powered on. I'm going to step around behind the camera, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing as we step through this next setup phase. Okay, so we're going to power the camera on. We're going to select English. Okay. Next we're going to set our date and time. It is 2024. Oops. July 27th at 12:09. Okay. Yes, we always want to format our memory card. Okay. There we go. We've got our little preview screen, which is really nice for setting this camera up so we can see what it is seeing. We see our two different battery power levels down here at the bottom. Looks like we're at 76% with our solar panel, maybe. And you see the other battery icon there. Got our date and time. Let's jump in and set this dude up. So we're going to go menu. Check out monitor delay. 30 seconds is fine. Check our mode. And I always do photo and video. It's going to give us a good idea of the photo quality and the video quality. We're doing this test. Photo resolution, we want the highest possible. Looks like 36 megapixel is our highest possible option. Photos in series, one photo is fine for this since we're also taking videos. Photo resolution, let's go up to the highest quality option at 1520. Video length, let's bump that up to 15 seconds, about where I like it. Loop recording, we'll set that to on. That's just going to allow the SD card to be overwritten if it fills up. PIR, this is how often it'll acquire. 30 seconds is fine. Sensitivity, let's go with middle. Hour distance, middle is fine. Target recording time, off. We want this to work 24 hours. Time lapse, that's a good feature, but we don't want that for now, it's off. Language, already set that. We've already set our time and date. We don't need that. Beep sound, okay. You can tell, you've been hearing this thing beep, make all sorts of racket. You can actually turn that off, which I recommend doing. You don't need all that beeping while you're out in the woods. Audio recording is on. Timestamp, time and date and logo. We'll leave that there for now. Password, we're not going to worry about that. We've already formatted. We're not going to reset. It's version information. Okay, so everything should be good. Let's get it on the tree. One thing that is really nice about this camera and the ones with these built-in LCD screens is it makes it really easy for aiming them. You can tell exactly what you're looking at when you're setting this camera up and not have to hold your phone up here and do that little selfie trick where you're kind of guessing. We know exactly what we're looking at, and I'm pretty happy with it. So, this thing's switched on. It's going to go active here in just a second. And like usual, we'll leave it out for a week or two. Come back, pull the SD card, see what we think. Alright guys, so our iZeeker trail camera's been out for a week now. Came out here to check it and pull the SD card and see what kind of pictures and videos we got off of it. I've already powered it on and checked and with the LCD screen and made sure we got some pictures of some deer. I'm going to pull the SD card, take it inside, and we'll throw them up here in just a second. One thing that's kind of concerning about this camera, when I got out here to check it today, the first thing that I noticed were my batteries were all laying on the ground underneath the camera. I got to looking a little bit closer and the hinge on the battery door had busted and broken off this camera. I was laying on the ground and the actual door was laying on the ground and the hinge on the camera itself was also broken. I don't know if that was just from the internal pressure of the batteries, or if I had something mess with the camera. I'm not sure, but that's something that's kind of concerning for the quality in my opinion. As far as functionality, it's not the end of the world. The camera continued to function because it does have that internal battery and solar panel. And it does appear the solar panel is working pretty well, because the internal battery is up to 90%. I don't remember exactly what percentage it was when we set it out, but it was considerably lower than that. So it's not the end of the world, I guess, that the batteries that I put in it as backup fell out. So let's pull the SD card, we'll get inside, take a look at pictures and videos, and then come back with an ultimate decision on what we think about this camera. All right, y'all. So you've seen some pictures and videos off this camera. What do you think about the quality? I think the quality, the pictures and videos are pretty good. But that's not my big concern with this camera. Obviously, my big concern is the battery tray that broke and fell off. I've kind of taken a little bit longer to get this video out because I really wanted to do my due diligence on that. So iZeeker sent me this camera, as I stated in the beginning of this video, so I didn't pay for it. So I wanted to do my due diligence and deal with them before I formed any major opinions. They stated that they have not encountered this issue, so I guess it's not something that is prevalent. They offered to send me another camera, and I told them I didn't really see the point in that. You know, the one I had, I was able to thoroughly review, like a lot of things about it. That's the only issue I had. So I didn't see the point in getting another camera just to do the same review. So I just continued this camera. They are going to send me another one though. They're going to send me their whole cell camera type camera. It kind of looks like a security slash cell cam trail camera. So y'all stay tuned for that one. I'm excited about it. But as far as the camera I did receive, it's a pretty good camera other than that issue. You know, it may feel a little bit cheaper than some of the other cameras I have, but it's not a ton. I mean, the photo and video quality are pretty good. I really like the solar panel. The built-in battery seems to work great. You know, and that's one of the, I guess, mitigating factors of the whole thing about the battery latch failing, is that I can still use this camera without those AA batteries. Those are just backups. So I can still use the camera with just the solar panel and the built-in battery with no problems, and I've continued to do so, and it's been working flawlessly. I will show you what I did do. I have the camera here. I don't know how well you can tell it, but on the bottom, I just put some epoxy on there and sealed that door up, so I'm not going to have the issue again. And it could have been something I did. You know, when I put the batteries in the first time, I feel like I might have put them in backwards. And maybe when I closed that door, I put a little bit too much pressure and it put more force on that latch or that hinge than what was necessary. So it could have been my doing, but even if it was, it shouldn't have happened the way it did. But even if it did, even though it did, it's still a viable, usable camera. And I don't think you should write it off as something to consider just because of that. For me, it's all going to come down to cost. You know, I mean, it seems like from what I've seen on Amazon, it's a pretty affordable camera. You might keep an eye on the sales and the deals. You know, the price drops, and hey, there you go. You know, and the big, great benefit of this thing is that you don't have to buy AA batteries. You don't have to make sure you're going out in the field and replacing batteries. You don't have to worry about your battery being dead. What I found using this solar panel on this camera, the battery life is great. I mean, I think the camera had like 60% battery when I set it out. It's been out for a few weeks. When I picked it up earlier today, the built-in battery was at 100% with no backup batteries, and I've had no issues, you know, that have been negatively impacting the camera because of low battery or something of that nature. So that shouldn't be a concern. Y'all, I've tried to be as honest and as thorough as I can with this video. I hope that you can look at this as an honest review, form some of your own opinions, and decide if you want to purchase this camera or not. I appreciate you watching. If you stuck around this long, you might as well subscribe. I'm really trying to get to 1,000. It means a lot to me. And if you've liked it, like the video. If not, don't. No matter to me. Main thing is, I hope all of y'all have a blessed day. And I hope you remember, take the roads less traveled.